Hello and welcome back to the Cricket Nerds. We have just seen a very tense game that went right down to the last ball between Mumbai and Chennai Super Kings. Obviously, Benji is going to be very happy about the result. And although Mumbai have dominated in the IPL, it is a bit sad that they've lost 7 in 7. It's quite shocking, really. I'm joined with James and Benji. Benji is in the car at the moment because he is going to a concert. So we're going to have a little bit from him and just get his thoughts on the game. So why don't we go to Benj, the happy man that he is right now. Benj, how would you summarize that game?
I know you can't see it, but this smile on my face is going from ear to ear. What a finish. I was very grumpy for like 14, 15 overs when I thought CSK had thrown the win away. And then MS Dhoni, Thala, he comes out and he gets the job done like he's done for years, time after time after time. What a player, going against all the haters saying that he's too old, he's past it, he shouldn't be playing in the IPL anymore. Showed them all that they're wrong. I mean, what a player. Great game. Aside from all the terrible play that CSK did.
I'm loving the imagery right now of like other people be driving next to Benji on the motorway and they'll just be seeing this guy like screaming at the windshield, like it just exclaiming his love for MS Dhoni. So
just to clarify, my car's got an app that allows me to join a meeting hands-free. So it's not like I'm being illegal and being on the phone in the car. That's not what's happening. Just to clarify that, I've got an app that actually allows me to join the call legally and hands-free.
What we'll do in the edit is make it so it says that you're being illegal. That'll be fun. Anyway, should we get into the game then? Because it started with Mumbai in a very similar position to what they've had in previous games, where they've lost 3 wickets toward the start, and then their younger players have had to step up. Rohit Sharma, 2-ball duck. He's probably their star player. And then the player who they spent most of their budget on, Ishan Kishan, 1st-ball duck. And Chowdhury bowled very well to get those wickets. And then he followed it up by getting Dewald Brevis, who's the youngster who's doing great things at the moment. And he only got 4. So at 23 for 3 after 3 overs, it wasn't looking great. James, you want to talk about the good parts of the Mumbai innings?
Yes. They did very well at, I don't know if I can give them credit for this. They forced missed fields. That's one of the good points. I think CSK fielded absolutely horribly. They dropped, like Jadeja dropped 2 sitters, which in and of itself is insane. I don't think we've ever said that ever. But he fielded poorly. There were various other misfields. So that was something that was a bit interesting, but wasn't really to Mumbai's credit. No. I'd say Surya Kumar Yadav, he put up a little bit of a fighting show. Very impressed by him, just in general, throughout this tournament. I think they made the right decision in retaining him. And also, some of their young players really did well. It's been a shame not to see Dewald Brevis do well this game. I just think he hasn't had the support from a decent team this year, and it's been a big shame. If he'd have been at, a Rajasthan or a Royal Challengers or a KKR, he could have been outstanding this season. But he hasn't had the opportunity because he hasn't had the people around him.
They do have players for the future in Tilak Varma and Hrithik Shakeen.
I was very, very impressed with Tilak Varma. I thought he got them up to a fighting total. And Hrithik Shakeen as well looked very good, and he was a decent spinner as well. So they've got a bit of talent there. And we've always rated the Mumbai scouts. It's been a known thing for years that they invest a lot in their scouting, and it shows. Karan Pollard got quick fire 14, which is what you expect from him. And then Daniel Sams still he didn't look great with the bat. It was not amazing. And then I don't know what's going on, but suddenly Jada Vanadkat is like one of the best all-rounders in the league. What's going on, Zach?
I have no idea. He's he's got long levers and he can hit the ball a long way. And I think that's showing he must have a very good strike rate this IPL and must be one of their best batsmen. He's definitely outplaying Rohit Sharma, Anish and Kishan. And one of those two, all they need is one of those two to hit a 70 or even a 60. And you'll have Mumbai scoring 180 because their middle order, their young middle order of Dewar Brevis, Suryakumar Yadav and Tilak Varma have been playing really well. And it's such a shame that the senior players aren't stepping up and playing those innings that they need to get up to those big scores, which will win you the games. Again, decent bowling from Chennai. Mitch Santner came in and was a bit more economical than Moeen Ali has been. Thikshana has been a really good buy for them. Jadeja is always going to be pretty good, as is Dwayne Bravo. And then they brought in Dwayne Pretorius. They watched the podcast. They thought, we'll get rid of Chris Jordan for Dwayne Pretorius, who was more reliable. However, they only bowled him 2 overs. That's all they needed him for. But they didn't just need him for his bowling. They also needed him for his batting, which helped them win. So let's get into that. Daniel Sams, he's a different man. All he takes is a couple games out and you can turn it around. 4 for 30. He bowled really, really well. And I was very impressed. Ruturaj Gaikwad gone first ball. Mitch Santner. It was a bit weird seeing him come in at number 3. Ambati Raidu, who looked very dangerous. And then Shivam Dubey, who has played pretty well this tournament. So 4 pretty decent wickets.
I think it was... Oh, sorry, go on.
But they just couldn't restrict them enough because of what Benji said about Dhoni.
Yeah, Dhoni did very Dhoni things. But also, I thought it was Sam's day. Because particularly that Ambati Raidu wicket was probably the worst ball of the day. It was a full toss, knee high on leg stump. Every 99 times out of 100, that's getting put for 6 over long on, unless you're bowling at a tail ender. And he was bowling at a set batsman. But Raidu tried to sort of do a check drive over long on, I think. And he kind of hit the outside of the bat, got caught by big bucket hands Pollard. And that was where things started to crumble for Chennai. And then they rebuilt. And yeah, like you say about Dwayne Pretorius offering that batting, he was a real breath of fresh air. Because, I mean, as much as we like Chris Jordan as England fans, there is no way that Chris Jordan would be able to get 22 or 14 against the bowling that he was facing.
Yeah, and let's not forget Riley Meredith, who had a shocker last season for Punjab, and he's bowled at 6.25 for an economy rate. Got the wicket of Jadeja. Jadeja, he's not doing well with the captaincy. It's really affecting him. It's affecting his catching, which he's so reliable with. He's affecting his batting, and he's scored some match-winning innings in the past, and it's affecting his bowling. So, yeah, something needs to be done about that, really. He's got a great mentor in MS Dhoni there. So let's just hope that he improves in that role. But yeah, MS Dhoni, you can't write him off, can you? You've seen 2 youngsters in Shakeen and Varma who have played really well today, but their combined age equals Dhoni's age of 40. And he's showing them that his experience, his knowledge of the game, his ability to win games from any situation came through today. And Anadkat was on the receiving end. So although Anadkat is doing well with the bat, not so well with the ball today. Well, he did pick up 2 wickets, but still.
Yeah. And I think we had a comment very early on, maybe even in our Mumbai prediction video, which if you haven't watched yet, you should definitely check out because it's fun to watch them in retrospect. But yeah, Anadkat, one of the comments said that Mumbai have already lost the season because they've bought Lord Anadkat. And it's he might be a bit of a bad luck charm, which kind of sucks. You hate to see it, really. But yeah, you're talking about comments. What is our comment of the day today, Zach?
Comment of the day. Let me just have a quick look. I was thinking that you would know who that was, and you were going to make that comment of the day. So,
oh well, if I'd scrolled back long enough, then I would have done.
Let's pick one. Oh, we've got a comment from because yesterday's game was the Punjab game, and obviously James is still upset about that. And Owen has commented, "Sorry to see your team crumble, James." So we got some sympathy. That's what we like to see.
Yeah,
So
we like a bit of sympathy. We're a supportive group around here, and also I'd just like to offer a bit of a shout out because last episode I said if you'd watched this far, put hashtag bring back Rajapaksa, and we had a lot of comments saying hashtag bring back Rajapaksa. So that's good to see. And should Yes, we should.
For those loyal supporters.
Yeah. What we should we say?
Hashtag Dhoni for president.
Yes. Hashtag Dhoni for president. If you've watched this far, I think that's a good place to end. Actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Please follow our social medias. We are at Cricket Nerds Pod on Instagram and Twitter. You can listen to our podcasts. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. Other than that, don't forget to leave some comments down below. We like having the conversation. So obviously, you're going to put a hashtag Dhoni for president, but also tell us what can Mumbai do to even if they don't qualify, because it's very, very unlikely that they're going to qualify now. But even if they're not going to, what can they do to start turning their ways into winning ways, end the season on a bit of a slight up note for their fans? So what can they do? So yeah, we will see you guys tomorrow.